Hi, I'm Maria Walther,
And I'm Jessica Walsh.
and we're here live at NCTE in Houston, Texas, National Council of Teachers of English Conference. And we're going to talk some of the books that we're excited about that we got in the exhibit hall yesterday.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
This is a book called My Heart is a Compass by Deborah Mercero. And it's a book about a little girl who doesn't have anything to bring for show and tell. And so she goes into her imagination, and the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. They are different depending on whether you're looking at her real life or her imagined life. And most of her imagined life happens through the maps that she draws. So she draws these gorgeous, gorgeous maps that take you into her imagined life. And here's one of them.
Oh, I love it.
And then what she ends up doing for show and tell, she still feels like she has nothing to bring to show and tell, but she brings the maps and shares those with her classmates. It's a beautiful book. So that's My Heart is a Compass.
And this one's out already?
This one's already out.
This one. All right, and so I'm going to start my book talks off. I was very excited to see that this was in the exhibit hall. It's not published yet. It comes out in April 2019. This is from author Emma Otake. She's the author of Marti's Song for Freedom, which is a picture book about Jose Marti and his fight from Cuba. And this is her first middle grade debut, Silver Meadow Summer, and it takes place in New York City, where Carolina and her family have come from Puerto Rico to stay with her aunt and uncle after her father loses his job. So I knew this was coming from her, and I was just really excited to see it in the exhibit hall. So I'm excited to read that.
That's the best thing about coming to NCT. One of the best things, there's many, but getting in the exhibit hall and seeing some new books or getting them signed by the authors,
Yes.
right? So this is La Princesa and the Pea, and I got this signed by Juana Martinez Neal yesterday, and she is the author and illustrator of Alma. And this is just a beautiful version of The Princess and the Pea, and what I liked most about it is that she weaves in the Spanish words with the English words. And when we saw Meg Medina, she said for those of us who are monolingual, we can infer what that means. And if you can't infer what that means, there is a glossary in the beginning, but I just love this book. So I'm excited to put this with my traditional tales.
Right, for our readers who are multilingual or who may speak Spanish, it's more natural. I think she had talked about that in her session, or I had heard it in another session. I did hear it in another session, a different session, that when authors define the word right after the Spanish, for students, for our readers who that's a language they're fluent in, it takes them out of the story because they see the word that they know and recognize, but then it's redefined again in English, and it takes them out of the story. And so I love that the glossary's in the back, so it supports.
Yeah, supports it if we need that.
Okay,
Right,
my
what
turn?
else did you find?
Okay, so I was excited for this one too.
And we just met him in the hotel.
Yeah, we did. We just ran into him, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to book talk your book. It's in my bag." So this is author Lamar Giles, and this is his middle grade book called The Last Day of Summer. And this is from Kwame Alexander's new imprint, Versify. And so there were several authors in the exhibit hall who are part of that new imprint, and all of their books come out April 2nd, 2019. So you're going to get this book from Lamar. There's a new picture book from illustrator Raul Gonzalez. And his book is called Vamos, Let's Go to the Market. They didn't have that in the exhibit hall yet, but he was signing book plates. And there's, I think there's a middle grader YA book in verse coming out that day as well. So just lots of exciting things from Versify. So that's Lamar Giles.
Okay. This book is already out, so you can put it right in your Amazon cart or go to your local independent bookstore. This is My Cold Plum Lemonade Pie Bluesy Mood by Tamika Fryer Brown, and I was lucky enough also to get her autograph yesterday. And then Shane Evans, who I love his book. He has a book called Underground, which is just a beautiful book. I will show it to you. But this is just a book about feelings and how this little boy feels throughout his day, so you could incorporate it in when you're talking about feelings.
I love the shade, the colors.
Yes, it's beautiful, and also a little bit about families. You know, his brothers are bothering him and how that makes him feel. So it would open a lot of conversations about feelings. So that was another one that got signed yesterday.
And so since I just talked Lamar Giles, Another book I picked up is the new anthology of short stories from We Need Diverse Books. This is called Hero Next Door. One of the stories is written by Lamar. Lots of other authors. This is always a great one to pick up for the classroom because you get a variety of different stories in one package.
Right.
Short stories in one package from a ton of different authors. Many of them are already published, so if they kind of connect to one of the short stories, it's a great bridge to their other work. So I hope we get more short story collections like this because there's just not that many out there. So like this, please, we need more of these. So this comes out July. We have to wait a little while for this one, but something to look forward to. Get us through the winter months, right?
Yes. Oh, perfect segue to the. This is Laura Salas's new book. This does not come out until February, so after we've been through the cold winter. It's called Snowman minus Cold equals Puddle. It reminds me of Amy Krauss Rosenthal's book, This Plus That, Life's Little Equations. And in this book, she's added a little science to it. So she has equations here, Big beaver plus big beaver equals little beaver. Talons plus pond equals fast food. But then you can see here she's got a paragraph of facts, and the book takes you through from early spring till late spring. So it's a wonderful book of STEM. It's got the science and math and literacy, and then it's illustrated by Misha Archer, who illustrated Daniel Finds a Poem. It's just a beautiful, beautiful book. So look for this in February.
And the text is great, but my eyes are also drawn to the illustrations, the collage work inside. It's really striking.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and then I'm
thank
doing
you.
my last book is called Internment. This was a highly sought after book. Marina was in the exhibit hall.
Yes, we were.
People were very excited for this. This is the second release from Samara Ahmed, who is the author of Love, Hate, and Other Filters, which is an amazing YA novel. And
set in Batavia,
Illinois. So, being from the Chicago suburbs, that's right next door to us. So there's that connection, but it's amazing.
So good, yes.
So this is her follow-up. It's not a sequel at all to Love, Hate, and Other Filters. Actually, it's set in the near future United States where Muslim Americans are being forced into internment camps. And so it's going to be a really exciting release. So this one comes out in March, so just a few months away.
And that's what we have for you today. We're two traveling teachers here at NCTE in Houston, Texas.
Bye.
See you next time.